Hi, I'm Swenson, and this is my first YouTube video ever of all time. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to just do a Q&A. Seemed like a really good place to start since I never can manage to answer all of you guys' questions anyways, and now you guys can just reference this video. So, I don't know how many questions I have at this point, but I'm going to try to get through all of them. It might take a while, so let's just get started. Alright, what's your taste in music? This is a really tough question for me because I admittedly really hate talking about music with people. Most of the time I don't remember what any of it is because when I'm listening to music, I'm making art. Therefore, I'm not looking at what I'm listening to. But I know I love classical music. Chopin, obviously. Dustin O'Halloran, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he's fucking awesome, so check him out. And then it ranges all the way to house music, like Mala, or a lot of beach house. I've literally listened to beach house more than anything in the whole world. I love the Velvet Underground, so I like a lot of old stuff too. I do love the Beatles, but I'm really picky about which Beatles song it is, so it's I can't just put it on because so many of their songs just piss me off because some of them are really bad. Alright, when is your favorite time to create? This is from my buddy Tom. What's up? Anytime I fucking can, because I'm really busy and it just happens randomly at any point in time. I'll be like, I have an idea, oh my god, let's do it. Or I'm actually not tired and sad right now, I have enough energy to do it, let's do it now. So it could be in the middle of the night, it could be after work, it could be before work, because my schedule is actually that crazy. But yeah, Asia Bonnie wants to know if I like llamas, and I do, but not as much as you do. Damn. What other artists inspire your creative direction? Love your work. Thank you. And I'm really bad at remembering who they are because I only remember them from their Insta tags, but I will definitely make a list and share that list of all of my favorite artists. What's a project you've always wanted to work on artistically? I've always wanted to do a series of portraits that cover a broad spectrum of different kinds of people. So trans people, any people of color, of all the colors, just any kind of person that I can, because I feel in my art I've been trying to push myself a little bit to cover a larger amount of people, different kinds of people, and it's just you have to be so social. I need to work with models more, I need to get out there and get that going, but that's been a huge goal of mine. And, what's a lifelong personal goal that I have? Really, my biggest goal is to just paint all day, every day, and just be able to be creative in my own way. And, let's see, at what age did you know you wanted to create art? What first inspired you? I've been creating art literally the whole time I've been breathing. I think it was one of the first things I did ever. My mom has this giant binder of really bad drawings that I've done. It was funny, I used to draw ladies with huge tits, and I was 4 years old, so that's great. Oh, and I used to draw literally pornographic shit when I was a kid, so I'm weird as fuck, but so I've been, yeah, anyways. What first inspired me was just everything. And my mom is an artist too. Both my parents are musicians, but my mom is a visual artist, and she was so good, and she still is. I mean, but I remember looking through her drawings she did in college and being wow, shit, that is so fucking good. How in the hell does anyone do that? And so I would just try to recreate my mom's art, so that was really helpful. Let's see, what's your process like? What advice can you give as far as sticking to your guns, knowing what you're worth? My process is really painful, not gonna lie. Literally, I just have an idea, or I've gone through something really hard, and I just need to make art to understand that thing that I'm trying to get through. But my actual physical process is just me with a lot of snacks, watching Netflix. I'm literally re-watching Friends for the third time right now. Just background noise that helps, and then takes hours and hours, so that's my process. Let's see, I kind of lost my spot. And then sticking to your guns, knowing what you're worth through that is just like perseverance. Like if you doubt yourself, take a break, calm yourself down, get back to it later. But like it, you know, you're gonna be really upset. Like if you're trying to be a visual artist in this world, like you're gonna cry a lot. So just know that's part of it. Alright, what are your favorite makeup brands? I like the cheap ones because I am a strong believer in that it doesn't matter what you're using exactly, although there are brands that are like really, really good. I'm like, they're also really, really expensive, so I don't really care. I love e.l.f. I really like their bronzing palette. That's what I use to contour. I really like NYX, obviously, because it's like the same but better. Very affordable. And then I do like MAC, and I know that it's not vegan, so I haven't been buying any more, but like it's just so nice. And like, I don't know, their matte lipsticks are just like so delicious. So, you know, I have like 7 or 8 of those still that I'll use those, and it's, yeah, they're really nice too. So let's see, what inspires your art? Also, when did you start drawing painting? I think I kind of talked about that already. I'll probably like touch on this more because my inspiration is like it's huge. Like I have a lot of reasons for doing and painting what I do. But yeah, how do you come up with your ideas? I just let it flow. I really don't try. Like I just have an idea, and before I try to like perfect it or anything, I just let it out. And you don't control it either. Like I think that my biggest strong suit, which, you know, I'm pretty realistic. I don't have like that many, but like I can just improvise. I can just get it out, and I don't have to control an idea that I'm having. Let's see. What inspires your art? Also, oh wait, I already read that. Holy shit. What paint do I use? Right. So I have this. This is an Angora watercolor palette. I destroyed it, so I really need to get a new one, but it has a lot of really great colors. I like that it has like 3 different shades of red, because I use a lot of red because everything must be covered in blood all the time, because that makes sense to me. So I like that one. It's just fun. It's not like that great. Like when I'm using it for skin tones, I usually get really fucking pissed off and have to start over because it's not the best for blending. However, this Grumbacher transparent set of watercolors, I love this. I've had this for years. Like I ran out of all my black and all my red because I always use those colors the most, but I really need to get I need to get more red because I'm not done with this. Like I'll have this for more years to come. But I replaced the black in it with Da Vinci watercolors here. I really like these little tubes because like I just, you know, don't, like I'll use all my black like in any palette. And then a white one here. This is what I use for highlighting as well. I'll also use this to blend over any skin tones that I'm doing. Like it just has this, it's more opaque, so it's just good for like hiding any mistakes that you've made. And then at the same time, like highlighting, I use far less water for that. I'll definitely like make some tutorials for that. That'll be really fun. Let's see. Any advice on how to go about selling your work once you've created pieces you want to put out? I'm not even like the best artist to ask this advice to. I literally just don't try to get gallery shows. Like I'm really awkward and anxious about things like that, so I just haven't done it yet. But if you guys like a piece enough after I posted it, I'm like, maybe I'll add this to my big cartel, and then I do, and then sometimes somebody buys it. So that's kind of nice, but like I think as far as that goes, like if you're going to take the route that I have, the really antisocial route is just like build up your following and then hopefully people want to buy what you're making. But like it's kind of, I don't even know, it's kind of hard to do, I suppose. I've been literally trying for like years, since I think I started my Instagram when I was like 17 or something, so it's been a bit. I've seen you draw a lot of self-portraits. Is there a deeper meaning behind it? Yes, absolutely. So like my art is very much so about self-exploration and expression, and it really helps me to understand something that I need to understand about myself. So it helps me grow. It's like when I make a self-portrait, I feel like I've leveled up in life and now I need to represent it. Or I'm trying to like understand myself, and the only way I'm going to do that is by artistic expression. So like this is just me and how I understand myself is to paint myself. And you know, I do the same thing with other people. So like when I want to use a model, like I wanted to get to know them better so that I can represent some part of them. That's really, really important because everything has to mean something. Let's see. Is a work you post scanned or photographed? It's a combination of both. I used to scan all my work, and of course when I'm selling prints, I have to scan it, but I just gave away my scanner and printer because like it's a fucking dinosaur and it was huge and I moved and I just didn't have the space to move it, so I was like, fuck it, you can keep it. And yeah, but I'm definitely gonna get a new scanner and start scanning things again. Let's see, on average, how many hours does one piece take you to complete? That really depends. Like some of my work is actually really small and some of it is really big. The big ones take me like months, and I don't document how many hours it takes because I don't care. But the little ones will take about like 2 hours, maybe more. Like it just depends on how tired or lazy I feel while I'm painting it. Like I could take my sweet time or I could go pretty fast, and it's kind of about the same. Advice for people who want to become artists. This is a hard question for me because it wasn't like a becoming thing for me. It was just like this is who I am since for as long as my existence. So it's like, just be you. Like, just be honest with yourself and what you want to create, and like, you know deep down what it is you're supposed to be doing. Like, if you just listen to your intuition, you'll know what to do. And then as far as like being a successful, like legitimate, I make money professional artist, like I'm still working on that too. So I'm just, you have to try a lot, and it's stressful as fuck. Let's see, what's your main focus on art? I don't know. I feel like art is my main focus on art. Oh wait, no, I really like just kind of like feminine empowerment, like, because it's all about like self-expression, like I said, and I know that like if I'm being honest with what I'm producing, which is struggles of being like a girl, then you know someone's gonna relate to that. There's a lot of pain to be said in that. So I mean, I guess my art has a lot to do with feminism, so that's, I guess, one of the main focuses. What is your proudest moment of 2017? I don't remember most of 2017. I just don't remember things sometimes, so I'm not sure. How do you market or network in the art world? I want to find my audience and become successful, but I have no idea how to start. Yeah, I didn't know how to start either. Like, I just started drawing and painting all the time and sharing it, and then I was like, oh, people kind of like this and I really like it too, I'll start doing that some more. And as far as networking, just, you know, if I felt like reaching out to somebody for advice, I just did it. Sometimes they don't reply. I'm guilty of that. I don't reply all the time. It's just hard because I just am so busy, like, and it overwhelms me. Like, literally social media gives me anxiety, so it's weird that I'm even doing it. But yeah, break through, persevere, just ask questions, like produce work, share all of it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just put it out there. What do you believe the role of an artist is in society? And is the subject of your painting more important than the way it is executed? Wow. What? Wait a second. I think an artist's role in society, it is the like backbone, like the emotional backbone of society. Like, I don't think people would be okay without art, like any kind of art. Like, when it comes down to it, like architecture, like the way, interior design, like the way that living art is, like it affects us 100% of the time, all the time. It's everything. So I think that's how I'm going to answer that question. And now the second part of that question, they're both equally important. Like, the way it's executed represents the subject, so they both go hand in hand. Like, they're both important. What's your fave cereal? I eat like an ungodly amount of Reese's peanut butter puffs. They're so good. Anyways, What's your thing with girls in blood? No judgment, just curious. Yeah, no, I don't get it either. I just really like red, and then also I feel like there's something about what blood represents as being just like undeniably vulnerable. Like, this is my insides coming out, like, all over. And it's bright, so it's like a really obvious way to like showcase this kind of vulnerability, because like you're in pain and it hurts to be vulnerable sometimes, and it's a huge struggle for me. It's a huge part of my life, is understanding how to be vulnerable with everybody and not let it hurt you. So that's kind of what that means, but I just like red, and it's fucked up and weird, and I also like fucked up weird stuff. So let's see. Why did you start doing art? I had no choice. It is just who I am. It sucks. I wish that I wasn't an artist, actually, because it's like so upsetting sometimes. It's not easy, but I don't know why I did it. What white do you use for highlights? We already talked about that. It's this. How do you stay creative and avoid artist block? I feel like I go through phases where I just kind of like need to chill on art, so I do. I give myself that break, and I try not to put too much pressure on myself for not creating, but as soon as it feels natural again, I just take advantage of it, and I just jump right back in, and if it doesn't work, well then I set it down and I just let myself rest again. Like, you can't put a lot of pressure on yourself. It's the pressure that fucks it up, like, no joke. How do you prevent paper from pilling? I don't actually really, oh, is that when it like goes, like it's all, yeah, wait, or is that when it's like scratching off? I don't actually know what that means. Wait, do you use hair dryer? Okay, I don't know. I just use watercolor paper and I tape it down, and I don't really know like what I do. It just doesn't happen. I use this though. I fucking love it. It's so cheap. Like, and I've talked about this before, but I don't use the rough edge. I use the soft, flat edge, and it's just like the backside of the watercolor paper. But yeah, these are super cheap. I get this paper at Walmart too. Okay, how do you usually select colors for your art? Do you go by mood, or is it based on references? No, it's just by mood, like, but I kind of use a lot of the same color all the time, but it just comes together in the moment. Like, I don't even know. Let's see, when did you start drawing? My whole life, the whole time. How many years have you been, oh wait, no, that's the same question basically. Just a long time. Alright, so my friend Alyssa totally spammed me with questions, which I love the questions, so I'm just gonna talk about them. Do you like llamas? Do you love llamas? I love animals, but I think I don't know. They're okay. I'm not like obsessed with llamas, you guys. What is your favorite brand of toilet paper? The cheap kind that doesn't scratch your ass. Like, as long as it's soft and affordable, I'll get that one. I don't care if it's on sale. Fuck it up. Alright, is there something you want to try out or practice more? Yes, I want to, and you said technical or material, like, I do want to start doing, like, more technical drawings. I want to do more, like, botanical drawings. So, like, flowers, just flowers, like, or, like, anything, you know, like, or I want to do a hand studies. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Like, I've been really incorporating a lot of hands into my art lately, because I'm just like, they're so fucking hard to draw. Like, let me try that more. So that's been fun. Anyway, alright, Alyssa's back at it. If you were a car, what kind of car would you be? I don't even know I don't know anything about cars, but like, I own a Camry, and it is very reliable. So I wouldn't be my car, because I'm really unreliable, so I don't even know. What's your process for making prints of your work? I make prints through Rhino Barking Sparrow, which is great. They produce such good prints, and I love them. Like, literally, shout out. But before them, I made my own prints, and they were not very good. They were okay. Like, I don't know how to make my own prints, so... Anyways, Alyssa says, is your left foot or your right foot your favorite foot? Yeah. Do you prefer circumcised or uncircumcised? They're both fine. It depends. Okay, anyway, what will you be putting on your channel? I'd love to see the process of you painting and drawing, maybe singing and makeup videos too, because you're good at those things also. Thank you. I'll do all of that. Like, I'll go with my, you know, my, I don't know, my comfort zone is a little invaded right now, but like, I'll try my best. Definitely a lot of speed drawing videos because I just want you guys to be able to be like, oh, that's how it's done. Because it's just not, I mean, I work in a really weird way and I'm always very private about my process, but like, I want to definitely share more. And Anessa, my coworker, says, do you like shaving your butthole? I don't like it. It's kind of really difficult, but I like it when it's shaved, so that's good. And then Alyssa, do you like to eat spaghetti in your shower or in your car? I think in the shower, but I have never done either of those things because how stupid would it be to eat spaghetti in your car? Spill spaghetti everywhere. Unless I made like a spaghetti burrito. That'd be really good, actually. Alright, how long do you usually take to finish a painting? It varies. Depends on the painting, but an average one will take me like, I don't know, like 3 different days in increments of like 2 or 3 hours if it's like one that I love and if it's average sized or whatever. How did I find my style? I don't know. I just did it. Just let it go. Stop thinking too much and just, there's my style. Being a self-taught artist, how did you get started? What were your first steps? What advice would you give? I just was started the whole time I've been alive, so like, I guess I'm not the best person to ask. But my first steps were just having fun. I just really like doing it. So if you really like the process of making art, it's a lot easier to just get into it. How do you deal with depression and do you incorporate that into your art? Do you abandon pieces frequently? I do abandon pieces frequently. Like, I try not to get too attached. And how do I deal with depression? Lord, that's like, I used to be so depressed, and I think the way I got out of it was to just make myself so busy that I couldn't be depressed anymore. So like, I work full-time retail, and when I was depressed before, I just wasn't busy enough, I swear. And I've also just had a really upsetting life, and I'm not going to complain about it, but like, it was, you know, I've been through some things that I definitely don't think would make anybody happy. So there's that, and art is one of my ways of coping with it. Like, it helps me to just get it out and understand it. And I think that accepting and understanding what it is you're depressed about is one of the biggest keys to getting over it. I'm not over it. I still cry all the time. Like, I cried last night, and it was New Year's. I cried on Christmas. I just cry. So I'm a very emotional person. So I don't know. I just deal with it by accepting it. And it has everything to do with my art. It isn't just incorporated into my art, it is my art. So, what do you think? Oh, someone asked what I think of their drawings. I'll look. I'll tell you, I guess. I'd love to know anything about your self-taught process. Just try, and then try some more, and then don't give up, and then also don't feel bad if you don't like it. Just keep going. Like, anyways, what inspires you the most? Myself. And I know that, like, I don't think being selfish is really a bad thing, and I don't think that being kind of like, I don't know, it's not like a self-centered thing in like a bad way. It's just that, like, I mean, it's really fun to try to understand yourself, and I think that it can lead you to so much more happiness. So my art is really a lot about me at this point. Like, it might change, you know, because I'm still 23 and I'm kind of a baby, but like, you know. Alright. I'm going to skip this one because it's long. Yeah, I'll get back to that. It was pretty much just about like art block and stuff I already talked about. But, oh, someone says, do you eat ass? I'm going to skip that. Yeah. But what are your favorite art supplies? What's inspiring? I already talked about that too. Alright, how long have you been drawing? Okay. Have you used other mediums other than watercolor? Yeah, I used to use not watercolor at all. I used to just kind of like do colored pencils and Prismacolored pencils and markers, and that was really fun, but it just like wasn't as good. Like, I love watercolors because it's like having any color of marker at any brush size you could ever want all the time. So it's like, if I didn't have the right marker, I'd be fucking pissed because that's it. I just don't have it. But with watercolors, it's like, it's really easy to just adjust and make changes. So yeah, but I like oil paints a lot. Just the thing is that like it is such more like such more of a commitment. Like I have to like set up an easel and I have to like get all this stuff that I don't understand. So I'll get back into oil painting because I actually love it so much, but it's just like it takes up more space and time. So all right. What made you choose watercolor over other mediums for your pieces? Also, if you were a paintbrush, which one would you be? Kind of just talked about that. It's just, I like it. It's easy and convenient. It comes on a little palette and you just, with water, and then you're done. Like, and I spill a lot, so I can just wash it off with my clothes and stuff. But if I was a paintbrush, I'd probably be this really, really, really small one. I don't know why, it's just my favorite, because I like details. Very detail-oriented person. Let's see. What bronzer and blush do you use? Also, can you make a video on your go-to makeup routine? Yes, I probably will do that because I don't think it would be smart for me to just leave that whole side of me out. I love makeup, I really do. It's like, I like painting faces and I like painting on faces. I love faces and painting, so goes with it. But the bronzer I'm using right now because I wanted to try branching out is just this Revolution bronzer. It's fine. It's not my favorite. I really like the e.l.f. Bronzing palette. It just is like better at blending, I swear. So good. Anyway, are you fully self-taught? Have you watched any tutorials? And what's your best tip for improving and not feeling like your art is pointless / getting burnt out? I am fully self-taught. I have not watched tutorials for painting. I've watched a lot of makeup tutorials though. Those are just like so fun to watch. And my best tip for not feeling like my art is pointless or burning out is to just, if I do feel like it's pointless and getting burnt out, I try not to judge myself for feeling like that. And I just move past it. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I cry a lot. Anyway, why has it taken you such a long time to make a YouTube channel? Because I have anxiety. And I'm really lazy. And there's something wrong with me where I'm kind of afraid of success because I don't know what that looks like. And like, if I'm actually a happy person, well, and if I have success, will I really feel good about it? Like, I don't know. I'm just stupid. So I'm doing it now. So, hooray. What advice would you give to someone who wants to pursue visual arts as a career but is worried about their lack of motivation or artistic ability becoming a problem? If you're concerned about your lack of motivation or artistic abilities becoming a problem, you should probably just like practice more before you try to pursue it. Like, definitely, like, if you want to go to school for it, if that's what you feel like you should do it. Because, I mean, don't put yourself into, like, mass amounts of debt for a creative degree. But, like, you know, pursue it in whatever way you feel is best for you. Everybody is different. And, like, I don't know, like, I get really unmotivated, too. Just, if it's really important to you, you'll do it. So I don't know if this was also related to technique. So I haven't really talked about how I blend out my watercolors. I think that would be best to save for an actual tutorial because it's really hard to explain, and it's not like it makes a lot of sense when I do it. I just have to move really, really fast, and if it dries before I've blended it, it's like the worst thing that could ever happen. So you just, if anything, go fast. Go so fast when you're painting. Like, and what is my skincare regimen or routine? And I think I was already asked what I go to makeup. Oh, my favorite makeup. Oh, wait. And they asked what foundation I like right now. I like this one, Total Control NYX one. But before this one, I was just using their BB cream. I like this, but it's wintertime and my skin is really dry, so I feel like I have to like extra moisturize, which is fine though. But I like how lightweight it is. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup when you're wearing it, which is like the goal, obviously. But yeah, my skincare routine is to never exfoliate. I know people love exfoliating, but like, my skin is just really sensitive. I have like baby skin that gets dry, and when I irritate it, it gets more oily and more dry. So I just moisturize a fuck ton. And yeah. And I like oil cleansing because I'm all about moisturizing. Anyway, I think that's it. Unless I got like more comments during this video. No, I didn't. Hooray! Okay, well thank you guys so much for sitting through this. I don't know how long this video is. I'm super sorry for rambling. But you know, just comment below on anything you guys want to see really, really bad. Like what should my next video be? I have no idea. You guys tell me. That'd be great. Okay, till next time. Bye.